Channel 2 News continues with Chloe Beardsley's Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Welcome back. Well, you can't argue that it wasn't a beautiful day around the region. Take a look outside. Gorgeous conditions right around Lake Tahoe. A great day to take a walk around the lake and even in the valley as well, where we're seeing very similar conditions. Beautiful blue skies with a few scattered high clouds throughout the area. And temperatures right now are still in the upper 60s in Reno. Still does not feel like it's winter time at all. East northeast winds right around 9 miles an hour. So pretty pleasant conditions for this evening. Now, earlier this afternoon, we did make it to the 70-degree mark, well above our average temperature, and we're actually going to see slightly warmer weather over the next few days. Certainly not good news for our drought, but we'll take the warm weather and enjoy it while we can. And it's actually not going to last very long, and I'll show you why. Now, as far as conditions for tonight go, it's still going to be pretty chilly. Almost a carbon copy condition-wise is what we saw last night, with temperatures hitting right around the freezing mark in the biggest little city and in the mid-20s again for the Lake Tahoe area. Now we have that very strong ridge of high pressure that remains in place, and that's essentially what's bringing us the very warm weather and extremely dry conditions for our area, and it's really going to stay in place for the next few days. Most of the storm activity is just off the coast. Now, as this storm starts to strengthen, we're going to see some of that actually move inland a little bit later on in the work week. We could see conditions into Tuesday. We'll start to see some of that activity move into the mountains, and then bringing us a slight chance of showers into Wednesday. Now, before we get there, it's still going to be fairly warm. Temperatures pretty much in the 60s for the mountains, 70 degrees in Hawthorne, mid-60s for Tonopah, and in the northern portion of the state, we're going to crank up the dial on those temperatures a little bit more compared to what we saw yesterday, with those temperatures reaching from the low 60s to the 70s all the way in Fallon, and those valley highs tomorrow afternoon will mostly be in the upper 60s to low 70s by tomorrow afternoon. 61 degrees, pretty similar weather conditions in Virginia City compared to what we saw yesterday. Also mostly those low 60s around Incline and Truckee, and upper 50s around the lake. Here's a look at those neighborhoods conditions for tonight. It's still going to be a chilly one, with those temperatures dropping down into the upper 20s and 30s in most neighborhoods. High temperatures tomorrow will be a few degrees warmer than what we saw for today, with mostly highs in the upper 60s to low 60s for your neighborhoods. Upper 50s for the Lake Tahoe area. Another very dry and warm day on tap. Like I said, not good for our snowpack, but while we do have this warm weather, it's not a bad idea to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. Winds starting off light in the morning, increasing to about 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. And for the Reno and Sparks area, temperatures climbing slightly, 71 degrees for your projected high, with light winds pretty much expected throughout the afternoon. Now here's the warm weather that will continue through Tuesday. Now late Tuesday night into Wednesday is when we can see that shower activity, and I'll show you what we're expecting as far as how much precipitation. Really just a trace around most areas, with maybe a quarter of an inch possible in the mountains, so nothing too measurable. So the warm weather will continue. Very light amount of showers expected by Wednesday. After that, the warming trend continues into the next weekend, Jen, with a little bit more cloud cover. Unfortunately, by the next weekend, that cloud cover doesn't look like it's going to amount to any kind of precipitation.
Boy, and those temperatures really do feel like kind of mid-spring.
It already feels like spring, and we're still 2 weeks away.
Wow. Thanks, Chloe.